and today we will study about mastication and swallowing. So mastication, it is a mechanical process which breaks up larger food particles into the smaller food particles and makes a bolus. Tools of mastications are anterior incisor. Anterior incisors are used for strong cutting action. Posterior molars, these are for grinding actions, and muscles of mastications are temporalis, masseter, internal and the external pterygoid muscles, and vaccinator. So significance of mastication. So what significance of mastication is that it breaks the food into smaller pieces and increases the total surface area for the digestive enzymes to act. Undigested cellulose present around the nutrient portion of most fruits and raw vegetable is broken, making it easier to be digested. It helps in lubricating and softening of food bolus by saliva and also in appreciation of the taste of food. Swallowing is also known as deglutition. It occurs in 3 stages. First stage is the oral stage, second is pharyngeal, and the third one is the esophageal stage. In the oral stage, it is a voluntary stage and it initiates the swallowing process. Pharyngeal stage is stage 2 and it is involuntary. In this, food passes through the pharynx into the esophagus. Next is the esophageal stage. It is also an involuntary stage and it transports food from pharynx to the stomach. First oral stage. Oral stage occurs after mastication. In this, bolus of food formed after mastication is put over the dorsum of the tongue, and the tongue forces the bolus into the oropharynx by pushing up and back against the hard palate. Pharyngeal stage. Pharynx absorbs respiration as well as swallowing. So bolus from pharynx can enter in four part. One is back into the mouth, second is upward into the nasopharynx, fourth is in trachea, and third is in trachea, and fourth is in esophagus. So for back into the mouth, it is prevented by the position of the tongue against the soft palate. High intraoral pressure developed by the movement of tongue. Upward into the nasopharynx is prevented by the elevation of the soft palate along with its extension called uvula. Entry of bolus into the esophagus occurs by upward movement of larynx. It stretches the opening of the esophagus, and simultaneously upper 3 to 4 cm of esophagus relaxes, that is formed by the prepharyngeal sphincter or upper esophageal sphincter. At the same time, peristaltic contractions start in the pharynx due to contraction of the pharyngeal muscles, which propels the food particles by peristalsis into the esophagus. You can see in this diagram, this is a bolus. It is present in the mouth. This is tongue. This is palate, and this is the uvula. So in this, the food is in the bolus. The tongue it pushes the food behind, and soft palate it goes up, and uvula it closes the nasopharynx. So the bolus comes down. Here larynx go up, and there is opening of the cricopharyngeal sphincter, so food comes into the esophagus. So for deglutition reflex, the stimulus is food. The receptors are present in the areas of the pharynx, especially on the tonsillar pillar. The afferents are by the sensory portions of the trigeminal and the glossopharyngeal nerve. The center is the deglutition or the swallowing center. It is present in the medulla and lower pons. And the information reaches the respiratory center, and it causes the deglutition apnea, and motor impulses comes through efferents, that is 5, 9th, 11th and 12th cranial nerve, and there is series of automatic pharyngeal muscle contractions occur. One is the soft palate closes the nasal cavity, vocal cords comes closer, larynx closed. Larynx pulls upward and forward, it closes the trachea, pharyngoesophageal sphincter relax, and food passes into the esophagus. And this entire process takes around 1 to 2 seconds, and rapid peristalsis waves start. So nervous initiation of the pharyngeal stage. The most sensitive tactile areas of posterior mouth and pharynx lies in a ring around the pharyngeal opening. that has greatest sensitivity on tonsillar pillars. So impulse transmitted from this area through sensory portions of the ninth cranial nerve. It reaches the floor of the fourth ventricle in the medulla oblongata, where swallowing center is present and closely associates with the nucleus of tractus solitarius, and motor impulses comes from here, from the swallowing center to the pharynx through glossopharyngeal and the vagus nerve. Esophageal stage is involuntary and it is organized by in this stage there is organized movement of esophagus occurs. Peristalsis are of two types in this, one is the primary and the second is the secondary peristalsis. Primary peristaltic waves are simple continuation of the peristaltic wave that begins in the pharynx and spreads into the esophagus. So this wave passes from the pharynx to the stomach in about 8 to 10 seconds. Initially, pressure developed becomes negative in the upper part of the esophagus due to the stretching of the closed esophagus by elevation of the larynx, and it immediately becomes positive and increases up to 10 to 15 centimeter of water. It is coordinated by vagal fibers originating from the swallowing center within the medulla. Secondary peristalsis occurs when the primary peristalsis fails to occur and the food is unable to reach into the stomach. So all the food enters into the esophagus, which causes distension of the esophagus. So it is initiated partly by the myenteric nervous system and partly by the reflexes that begins in the pharynx. It is transmitted upward through the vagal afferents into the medulla by 9th and 10th, and from here efferents come by 9th and 10th nerve. When vagus nerve are cut, myenteric plexus becomes excitable to cause strong secondary peristaltic wave even without support from the vagal reflexes. So secondary peristalsis helps here for the movement of the food. Therefore, even after paralysis of the brain stem swallowing reflex, food reaches into the esophagus through secondary peristalsis. Upper esophageal sphincter is a true sphincter, is formed by cricopharyngeal muscles and it remains normally in the contracted stage. It prevents the entry of air into the esophagus during respiration and is regulated by continuous firing of vagal fibers originating from the nucleus ambiguus. Lower esophageal sphincter, also called as cardiac sphincter, it is a physiological sphincter. It is formed by distal 2 cm of esophagus and it prevents the regurgitation of the gastric contents into the esophagus. The local hormone gastrin increases the tone of the lower esophageal sphincter and it helps to keep the sphincter more tightly closed during digestion. Now applied achalasia. Achalasia is a neuromuscular disease. It is characterized by the accumulation of the food substance in esophagus. It occurs due to increased resting tone and failure of the lower esophageal sphincter to relax during swallowing. So food remains into the esophagus and myenteric plexus of esophagus deficient at lower esophageal sphincter and release of nitrous oxide and VIP is also defective. Clinical features are dysphagia, chest pain, cough and weight loss. Gastroesophageal reflux disease or GERD, it occurs due to lower esophageal sphincter incompetency. So it permits reflux of acid gastric content into the esophagus. Regurgitated content flow into the pharynx and mouth. Clinical features are heartburn, esophagitis, dysphagia, change in voice, and it can lead to the ulceration and the stricture of the esophagus. Treatment is H2 receptor blocker like ranitidine, proton pump inhibitor, for example omeprazole, pantoprazole, GR position, that is propped up and right lateral. Dysphagia is a difficulty in swallowing. Aerophagia, in nervous individuals, upper esophageal sphincter resting tone is low and air is unavoidingly swallowed in the process of eating and drinking. Some swallowed air is regurgitated, belching, and some gas is absorbed and some gas pass into the colon and expelled as flatus. Volume of gas daily produced is around 500 to 1500 ml and gas in intestine causes cramps, borborygmi, that is rumbling noises. Deglutition reflex is carried out by a reflex action. It occurs during the pharyngeal and the esophageal stage and center is at the floor of the fourth ventricle in medulla oblongata, as I told you earlier. Thank you.